It's me, Sailor Venus, Mina here, and today I'm going to talk about this one. What am I going to talk about? Alright, so what I'm going to talk about here, and I guess I talked about this many times, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore after this. Not that it's bad or anything, just never ever going to say it right. So, in a Sailor Moon followership, which all the Sailor Moon followers belong to, there seems to be a hatred for Dic And Cloverway and offshoot of Sailor Moon. He's in Pioneer, a lot of folks say, but you know, but the hatred of it is like misstated. Now, I'm not going to say that anyone doesn't have the right to hate something, but hate is a strong word. Maybe unlike something, I guess. Now, where did this all come from? Now, keep in mind, the folks that hate the Deke one and some kind of hate the Cloverway one, this hatred had to come out of somewhere. It may have started out, it may have started out, there's no way anyone could have saw it back in between 95 when it came out and hated it then. My belief is that years later, when they could get the interweb and get their own reckoner or whatever, I don't know, they somehow saw the Dawnlandis one where all the other ones offshooted from. And that, unlike, of Sailor Moon, somehow became hate. But then there were a lot of folk, and then they somehow started going on the interweb, writing about, or at least talking about, why they didn't like Sailor Moon, or why they liked the Dawnlandis offshoot of it, and why they didn't like the English one. And keep in mind, up until between 95 until about 20, very few folks even had the Reckoner in their house. Very few folks even had the interweb at their house. And there still are folks to this day that still don't have any of that. I can't give you the actual tracks, but let's just say, because I know by the time between 99 YL came along and 20 YL came along, that's by the time I got our first Reckoner. So, these folks look up Sailor Moon, they see the Toei take, the one that all the other ones are offshooter from. They either watch that and read the words and say, oh, this one is more good. This one's unclean, this one's got every fight in it, or this one's got all the whatever. I don't know. And then they started to unlike Sailor Moon, which, and somehow, some way, it became hate, which I don't understand that. And then they started to scathe Sailor Moon for all of its all of its flaws. And it's not flawless, it has flaws, but these folks, they actually upplayed the flaws and got irked over it and bitched and started to bitch about every single thing that was wrong about Dic And Cloverway Sailor Moon, going from bitching about the Saphoods and their names being shifted to strike and hit names being shifted to stead names being shifted. And it didn't stop there. I think it started to become nitpicking then. When they started to bitch about everything. But, at the end of the day, I think that there was no need for any of it. To be earnest with you, there was no need for any of the hate that that came our way. You know, I could see, yeah, but I don't know where it came from. And then bitching about the unfair handling of unstraight folk on Sailor Moon, which that's a whole unlike film for another time. But that was something they also bitched about. Everything you could think of, they bitched about and didn't like, and somehow it offshooted into hate. And so now when you talk, so now when you talk to anyone about it, well, on the interweb, or at least on YouTube, if you do, you're gonna have a lot of folks that say they hate the Dic one, they hate the Cloverway one. Oh, they love the Viz one, you know. And in their mind, they think that they have this belief that Sailor Moon was the only drawing show to ever be handled that way. Keep in mind that there were many shows before Sailor Moon and even after Sailor Moon that were handled in the same way. Let's look at Speed Racer, or whatever you want to call him. What the English word for it is, Speed Driver. Alright? So, and he got himself clean too. He got shifted a little bit too. But you don't see anyone out there bitching about that. Or Voltron, which wasn't really truly Voltron's name, but Voltron got a lot of cleaning and shifting, and you didn't really see anyone bitching about that. But, and Pokemon gets cleaned too, and still gets cleaned to this day. So, Sailor Moon isn't the first show to ever get handled that way, and it's not the last show either. To bitch about the South Hoods and how the show players speak for them, that is just nitpicking. You know, bitching about that, I don't understand that at all. You know, I thought that the ones that spoke them, did a good job. Alright? And names being shifted, there was no names for that. There was no grounds for being mad over that. A lot of folks who speak English, the names that they're going to probably know more, well, would be most likely Hellenian Latin borrowed names. Even though they're going to probably know a lot more names besides that. They're going to know English names, they're going to know a lot of borrowed names, and very few of them are going to know the Dawnlandish or Japanese or Dawnlandish borrowed names, which all you folks seem to know. So not everyone is going to know those names, so that's why the names had to be shifted. And then bitching about it being in English. Oh, that speech that you speak right now, that I speak? Yeah, well, a lot of folks growing up in between 95 YL, a lot of folks only spoke English. On maybe you folks, and if they were learning another speech at the learn, it wasn't Dawnlandish. And not everyone speaks more than one speech. So, getting mad that it's in a speech that you understand, that you speak, is dumb. That's what I think. So a lot of it was just, over nitpicking. And then somehow a saga and tale came out that, oh, Naoko Takiguchi doesn't like it. The truth is that she didn't, the truth is that she didn't have any hang-ups with Dic And Cloverway's take on Sailor Moon. She did have a hang-up with how Toei was handling Sailor Stars, but that's a whole another saga for another day. But somehow that was offshooted and made folks to believe it. That was a saga and tale that folks believed, but there's no truth to it. Whatever, day in a day, I don't know where the hate comes from. I don't know why so many folks out there hate Dic, hate Cloverway, and somehow think that, and somehow have all this onlook for the Toei and the Viz offshoot of it. I don't understand. I'm Sailor Venus Mina, and I hope you like this film.